finally upload to YouTube.
Perfect. All right, cool. Hey, everybody. My name is Mickey. I'm one of the release lead shadows. If you can't tell by my manner right now, this is my first time leading a call, so welcome. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of July, and it is week 9 of this Kubernetes 1.28 release cycle. Please be aware that this is a Kubernetes community meeting, which means that the CNCF code of conduct does apply. And although I'm sure you're all very familiar with it, what that essentially means is that we all should be excellent to one another. Cool. Also worth calling out, this meeting is currently being recorded and will be posted to YouTube. So again, if you prefer not to have your face on the screen, feel free to turn off your video. And also please be mindful that what you're saying is being recorded. Awesome. Okay, so as people are filling in their information, we're going to jump down to the open discussion section. The only discussion topic we have right now is the one we've seen on for the last few weeks, which is to please add any comments and suggestions to the 1.28 retro doc. And that's in order for us to discuss. That's going to come up in a couple of weeks from now. And cool, we're seeing some comments added right now, so I will give folks a couple of seconds to add additional topics. All right, Mofi, did you want to do the introduction for the bug triage team?
Are we starting off with that? Okay, yeah, why not?
Cool.
Like a good presenter, I did prepare some slides. I don't know if I should jump on that now.
Sure.
Or is it? Okay, cool.
I'm happy to stop my share and you can do that.
Yep, I'm just looking for the window. It's gone. Never to be seen again. Oh, I found it. Here it is. Okay, good. So you go there, and I will bring you here. There you go. Oh, nope, I cannot screen share. Host has disabled attendee screen sharing.
Mickey, if you can make him co-host.
Here, 1 second. All right, do you want to try now?
Yep, my screen changed a little bit. Looks like I have limited power now, but I will do it then. Okay, if anyone can give me a thumbs up when the screen is being shared, that would be awesome.
Yep, looks good.
Fantastic, thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Movi. I am one of the bug triage team shadow. We have Furkat as well in the call, who is our lead. So I was asked to quickly give an introduction with what the bug trash team does, as well as kind of the recent discussion that's been happening about the merging of the team and what that kind of means in the future for us, this CI signal and bug trash team together. So again, if you were to ask, what would you say you do here? Like the classic office space meme. Basically, the team is responsible for looking at all the different issues and PRs that are open at the moment before the 128 release, add the milestones, keep track of all of them that are in track for release, and like maintaining all the code freezes. We periodically reach out to the maintainers and the issue creators and the PR openers so that kind of nudge them that, oh, this is like the deadline. For example, this week, pretty much all the issues that we're tracking got an update that next week is going to be code freeze. So they should get their affairs in order before that happens. We also like present a summary in this call every week just to let them know that if any issue is in at risk. We keep track based on like 5 different like on track, at risk, and like or like this kind of status of individual issues and PRs. And we periodically reach out to the issue owners and maintainers to make sure that it's all moving along for the release on time. So the discussion I've been reading and like hearing about the two teams merging, like the bug trash and merging with CI signal, there has been discussion from a long time. I think the goal initially was to do it for 128, but again, it was kind of too late. So it's going to happen for 129. So if you have not been like reading up on all of this, I have done the reading for you. So I can kind of give you a quick TLDR of what that means. So CI signal and bug trash are merging as a single team for 129. A new name is still pending. I think in the last couple of meetings, there's a lot of good suggestions. I'll list them in the next slide here so people can take another look again. Team will consist of folks from both existing teams and new shadows. So ideally, usually what happens in the Kubernetes release cycle, the previous shadows usually take a lead position and new shadows are added. Because two teams are merging, I think the plan is to then grab shadows from both existing teams because they know individual team functionality pretty well. And the new team will take on combined responsibility of both teams. Again, CI Signal and Bug Triage usually does like 70 to 80% of similar things about tracking issues. There's some differences that are outlined on the individual handbooks. So possible names, I think there are three front runners right now: Release Signal, CI Bug Bashers, and Release Tracking. But there is, again, some good suggestions. I think this is still up for discussion. So if you feel strongly about any of the names, I think we'll probably talk more about this today. So we'll probably come up with a name before the 129 release team is declared and the shadows are asked for. So again, this is what the state of the name situation is. Again, in computing, naming is one of the hard things. So it's going to continue going on that way. So the handbooks has been updated. I think Furkat have a couple of PRs open on that regard to update both of the handbooks. Release Signal is winning by a big margin. Fantastic. Having a clear winner is great. So handbooks, both handbooks, like we have a couple of PRs open to kind of bring the Bug Triage handbook up to date. I think the plan is to have both of the handbooks around for now, both CI Signal and Bug Triage. After 129, we're going to merge them into a single handbook. And then after 129 release, we're probably going to get rid of the old ones and have a new Release Signal handbook that kind of covers both responsibility. So that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about. I think, Furkat, if you have anything more to add, you can jump in at any point. So yeah.
Hey, sure. Thanks, Murphy. That was pretty much. Thanks for covering. One exception is please take a look at the PRs that are open. One is already merged, and the second is still under the review. So it would be nice if you could go ahead and merge that. And after that, the Bug Triage handbook should be up to date. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you both for the update. Now, can everyone see my screen all right? Cool. Is there anything else not on the agenda that we'd like to talk about during open discussion?
I think Docs has a presentation too, but we can do that after the agenda.
Sounds good. Thanks, Grace. All right, cool. On to enhancements.
Hi, I'm Nina on the enhancements team. Our current status is green. Like was mentioned, the code freeze is coming up on Friday the 19th. And we have 60 tracked enhancements, 33 alpha, 19 beta, and 15 stable.
Cool, very exciting. Any questions for enhancements? All right, nice. On to CI Signal.
Yeah, so for Signal, we're green as well. We only have one failing, and the fix for that was already sent out. The test just hasn't ran yet, so we expect that to be passing later today. So yeah, we're looking good. Alpha 4 is live now, and the beta is scheduled for next week. So yeah, we're good.
Awesome, that is great news. Any questions for CI Signal? All right, moving on to Bug Triage. Mofi.
Hello, everyone. Me back again. Bug Triage is also signaled as green. We have tracked all the issues. Some of the issues are at risk for missing code freeze, but we have informed all of them of the deadline for code freeze. So on that, we are all green.
Awesome. Any questions for Bug Triage? Cool. On to Docs. Kat.
Hello. Docs's current status is yellow. We have 26 KEPs remaining with no Docs PR yet ahead of the deadline next week. But all of those KEP owners have been contacted again with a reminder to even just open like an empty placeholder PR. This is not particularly atypical for Docs a week out from the deadline, though, so I'm not worried about it.
Yep, totally agree based on our experience with the last time with Docs. So no need to be discouraged. Any question for Docs? Cool. Release notes.
Hello everyone. The status of the release notes remains the same as previously. So we are going to mark it as yellow. The pull release node strip is failing, which is blocking the merging of the PR. We have tried to trigger the job multiple times by using the two commands /replace, but it still fails each time because of the session timeout. The same issue was also faced in Alpha 1 as well as in Alpha 2, but they passed the safe case, re-triggering the job, but the PR issue is still persisting for Alpha 3. The PRs for Alpha 4 will be created shortly. We are waiting for a couple of days for the merging of the Alpha 3 website PR so that both the PRs can be pulled together. But if the issue still persists, we will proceed creating the draft PR. Thank you.
And is there any additional help that you'd need to unblock that? Or do you feel like you're all set?
I have tried to reach the release team. We have created a discussion thread in the release notes channel. They are being tracked. If it's been helped, then it would be grateful.
Okay, sounds good. It sounds like we can try to talk more about that offline.
Yeah, quick question for me. I think Arnaud was mentioning that we can extend the timeout for that. I don't know when Arnaud, are you here? Should someone do that, or is there a PR out for that right now?
Sorry, actually, I was unable to hear it properly due to some internet issues.
Yeah, sorry. So Arnaud mentioned that because it's an NPM build, it might take a little bit longer, and we can file a PR to just extend the timeout and see if that fixes the problem. But I don't know if anyone is extending that timeout. To send the link to the Slack discussion in the chat, and then we can pursue that.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grace. All right, onto comms. Brad.
I'm stepping in for Brad today.
Cool.
Just green. Nothing much to report. We just have some placeholder PRs for the blogs for storage, apps, and infra, and we're just reaching out to more of the SIGs.
Sounds good. Any question for comms? All right, now onto release branch management.
Hi, I think status is green right now. Like Siasinho say, Alpha 4 is out, so getting ready to do code freeze and beta 0 for next week. I don't think there's like something specific regarding Range, but we will see.
Cool. Sounds good. Thank you. Now I don't see Leonard on right now, but it also looks like he does not have any updates from his end. So Grace, on to you.
Yeah, no updates from me either. This might be a good time for the docs team to do their presentation.
Sounds good. And unless we have anyone from SIG Scalability on, we want to knock that one out.
Oh yeah.
All right, going once, going twice. Cool. Let's do the docs team presentation. Okay, I'll stop my share, but can someone let me know who to give co-host duties to?
Should go to Rashid.
Sounds good. All right, you're up.
I see that Arnaud has a question. Should we?
Yeah, after the press, I can
Yeah,
drop
sounds
the
good.
question.
I don't know if we can hear you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. I had selected another mic and Zoom.
No problem.
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello from the Docs release team, and Docs has been around for all of these releases. So I'll just take you in a quick walkthrough through what the docs team does, what kind of deadlines we have, and yeah, just like a quick walkthrough about what we do. So hello from the docs team for 1.28. I'm Rishat, and uh, also hello from other people in the docs team this time. So let's take a look at what does a KEP look like. And there was a lot of talk about this at the last release team meeting, so I'll not go into that. But this is what a KEP looks like. And let's take a look at this part of the KEP. So there's the K website update PRs, and this could be anything from just a small just a small feature gate change, which just says that uh, the state of this feature for 1.28 is beta, or this could be a huge PR here, uh, a lot of documentation here, a tutorial here. It could be whatever, or there could be no need for documentation at all. So that's what goes into this part of the KEP, and this is mainly what the docs team is involved with. So so one of the first things we do is try and identify if there is even documentation needed for a KEP. So if there is no need for documentation, oh well, then that's pretty straightforward. But if there is some need for documentation, then we do some other steps. But first, we need to identify if there is any need for documentation at all. Next up, if there is some need for documentation, we track these documentations, either a huge PR or just a feature gate change on the enhancement board. And I'm pretty sure everyone might be familiar with the enhancement board, but I could probably pull it out. And so this is the enhancement report from one of the earlier releases. And this is what the docs looks like, where we track what the doc status is, if it does require docs, and all of that. So that is also one thing we do. And now that we know that if something requires a docs, if something requires a docs PR, and we track these on the enhancement board, so and then we come to the docs PR itself. So this is what a docs PR looks like. And particularly, I want you to take a look at how this PR is made. So this is made into the Kubernetes dev 1.28 branch in the Kubernetes website repo. So we also create this branch and maintain it in sync. At the end, what happens is all of the 1.28 docs updates merge into the dev 1.28 branch, and which is then merged into main. So we can have all the 1.28 documentation on the Kubernetes docs website. So the docs release team also creates this branch and maintains it in sync with the main branch. And we also try to what we also try to do is help and offer guidance to contributors on how to contribute new features, or even understand if a feature needs any documentation, or modify existing docs to make sure the feature documentation is appropriate. So all of this is done on the dev 1.28 branch also. And furthermore, so all of these documentation peers need to go through the documentation style guide just to make sure that the quality of each PR is maintained. So we collaborate with SIG docs to review documentation peers according to the documentation style guide. And there's also an aspect of technical accuracy if all of these documentation peers appropriately show what the feature does or what the KEP does. So this is also another thing that the docs team does. Around this, we also have a deadline where we just make sure that all of the KEP owners have created a documentation PR, a draft documentation PR, and then another deadline to make sure that all of these draft documentation PRs have been reviewed, and then another deadline to make sure that all of these have been merged into the dev 1.28 branch. At the end, you would also see that there's always a release blog. So we also collaborate with the release comms to review the release blog. And when all of these changes are made to the dev 1.28 branch, there's also all of these localization efforts. So there are quite a few languages in which the Kubernetes documentation is localized. So we also collaborate with these localization branches to make sure that the 1.28 updates have been localized as well in all these other languages. And finally, when all of this happens on the website, you see Kubernetes documentation versions. So we also migrate the docs website for the release. So that is so when the 1.28 would be released, there should be a 1.28 being showed up over here, and all the 1.28 docs should be shown up over here. So that's also something we do. And this is and all of this is pretty near to the release when the release happens. So that's pretty much what the docs release team does, and a bit about how we work and what we do. It's just like a quick overview of it, and of course, none of this is possible without the docs release team and the release team in general and the whole Kubernetes community. So yeah, that's what the docs team does.
Awesome. Thank you. Any questions before we move on? All right, cool. Well, thanks everybody. I'm going to stop the recording.